Why is your hand over your eye? Because
I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about? All right, well, I have tickets to see the devil worshiper. I sold my soul to the devil. Well.
What's scarier than the TikToks we're about to watch today is the fact that 90% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe for more scary videos.
A woman just got back home when she's forced to lock herself in her car after seeing something running towards her. Madison finds herself trapped in her car after she saw the shadow of something quickly moving from a bush to the back of her car. She then calls her stepfather and begins to record, explaining that she believes what she saw outside wasn't human. As she cautiously scans her surroundings, she looks through her side view mirror and sees this.
I understand this is probably going to sound insane or look like a blur to you, but I was crying. I watched this thing move across in my rearview mirror when I was driving back of my car to the front. I could see it from outside and in the mirror. I got out of my car, like staring at me, but if I looked away, I couldn't find it until it was closer.
Standing on the side of the road is the faint silhouette of a man staring at Madison through the mirror. Shocked in a state of tears, her stepdad arrives, but they don't seem to see anything anymore, nor any form of shadow that might have been causing this.
Obviously, anyone in this situation would be freaking out, and it's really hard to tell whether this is a spirit or a human. It does seem to be some sort of entity that is following her because, no person is going to be acting like this. If someone wants to come up to your vehicle, they're going to come up to your vehicle. They're not just going to kind of stand there and stare at you. It doesn't even appear to be a human. It just kind of seems to be some sort of shadowy, dark figure. And like they said, her dad came and there was nobody there. So really no telling what this could have been. I don't think any good would have came out of this. So y'all just be safe out there. There's a lot of dark energy. So make sure y'all stay blessed and stay safe. This is either one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my entire life, or this has got to be fake, because there is no way the ghost just grabbed bro's bike and threw it into the sky. Like, imagine you're riding your bike and a ghost just snatches it and throws it up into the air. I would not know how to react, and I think my life would be altered from that very moment. Y'all let me know your opinions on this, because this could obviously just be heavily edited, but the chances that it's not are kind of scary. So y'all just be careful when you're riding a bike and make sure you don't let a ghost take it or throw you, or I don't even know, bro. I don't know how you end up in this situation. It's kind of like you just literally got jumped by the ghost of Tony Hawk and bro is still alive, so I don't even know.
Elliot, what are you doing?
I'm drawing a picture.
Oh, that's cool. What's that? What's that in the corner?
The man's hanging.
Oh, why have you drawn that?
The man is hanging there.
How do you even respond to a situation like this? Imagine you're going to look at your kid's drawing and he tells you that there is a man hanging in his room. I would be like, bro, what is going on? I don't even know what to say. This is just terrifying. And it is a long going thing that spirits are more active with people that are in a more vulnerable state and more impressionable. So, the fact that this might actually be a real thing is kind of scary, because I don't think some kid is just going to be drawing this just for fun. I don't know where this kid would even learn this sort of stuff. So, y'all be safe out there, because this is terrifying.
my label, 10K in capital, for always supporting me. And of course, God. Without God, none of this would be possible. Shout out the Bronx.
A family in the Philippines was deeply worried after leaving their grandma to sleep on the sofa on her own. What sounds like a peaceful moment turned into a nightmare when they heard her grandma struggling to breathe. And this wasn't just on one occasion. It had happened a few times previously, and what she told them left them even more concerned. She has been having a reoccurring dream about a dark figure that comes and chokes her in her sleep. Seeing as her physical reaction seemed in line with her dreams, the family decided to make sure someone was always nearby to watch over her, and they also set up a CCTV camera focused on Grandma to monitor her while she slept. What it captured left the family utterly horrified. Watch closely.
Ako yung mga dali noon eh. Kaya yung sulit na yung babayo, sulit dalawang kagutan. Kita ano?
Tapos malusan na yan. Ano siya? Tao.
Hindi na ko talaga na tao.
Pero mo, pumasok pa ako sa kanya. Kanya? Dis talaga niya anak tawag ito.
Oo, nag-stay pa kanya kada may kananay before yung lumakat.
Ilan.
Tihila ni nanay. Kaya pa yung nagatihila siya niya pag kita daw. Nakatay pa kanya sa CCTV. Lagi kita daw. Makikita ang pati na igmo.
Yan, alam niya sa'yo. Kung kon-kon mi sa'yo, tulog mo.
A dark mass seems to manifest out of nowhere and moves down from the ceiling, shape-shifting into a more humanoid form and trying to choke Grandma. Luckily, one of the family members was nearby and managed to scare it away without being able to see it. The figure only appears on camera and is invisible to their eyes. Ever since this day, the family has made sure that always one person will remain in the house with Grandma to look after her. They believe this is death attempting to take her away.
Honestly, if this is real, this is a really sad case because clearly, they don't want their grandma to go, and there's this dark figure that is persistently coming after her, not only in her dreams now, but in real life. She seems to be laying there just trying to rest, and this dark spirit comes out of nowhere trying to take her life. And, obviously that's not good, and you wouldn't want that for your loved one. So y'all make sure you stay blessed and stay safe and, protect your family members because, it's no telling what's going to happen next. So as much as it's not a good thing to shed light on, it's, obviously good to be aware of the things that could be out there.
Pretty sure everyone knows what the purge is, but did y'all know that there was a real life purge? Those who don't know what the purge is, basically just one night of every year where all crime is legal. This event right here lasted for 7 days. Let's get into it. Ancient festival of Saturnalia lasted for an entire week every year. People would celebrate the end of winter. Only rule was that there were no rules, resulting in an entire week of non-stop partying, feasting, drinking, and debauchery. During this week of intoxication, crime was naturally rampant. Drunken fights, robbery, vandalism, and even things seemed to get even darker. As ritual human sacrifices often became part of the festivities. Nobody was ever punished for the crimes for the week of Saturnalia, making it 14 times worse than the purge. Purge lasted for only one night, 12 hours to be exact. This lasted for 7 days. Just think about that real quick. Much like the purge, it served as a secret function for the Roman Empire's government. People still celebrate this holiday today, obviously without the killing, I think. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Peace.
We already knew that these little motherfuckers were real. But from my understanding, anybody that exposes extraterrestrials magically vanish. What makes this a bit confusing is that the U.S. Congress just admitted on live TV that aliens were real and that they recovered non-human bodies at UFO crashings. 2023 has more UFO sightings than any other year. And these some also been hiding their spaceships inside of clouds. They got this dead in our face. Just go watch the movie Nope. Besides that, that lady on that plane was not bullshit. there was a witness on a plane that accused the same motherfucker of blinking like a reptile. There's really no telling what's living among us. Now my grandmother is a down-to-earth Christian lady, and I asked her, do she think aliens are real? And it was like she stared into my soul before she told me, yes, they are real, grandbaby. I seen one looking at me through my bathroom window, and the closest thing to her was a microwave. So she picked that motherfucker up and threw it at his ass, but he was gone. But check this out though. In Siberia, 1982, several Russian scuba divers were on an underwater search. That's when they realized that they were being watched by 5 alien-like creatures. It looked like they had on silver swimsuits with no oxygen tanks. They were also like 9 feet tall, with a motherfucking bubble-like helmet on their head. The shit was invisible. So one of these scuba divers tried shooting a net on one of these aliens to capture it. But that's when he f***ed up. He missed, and they hit his ass with a supersonic blast. It was some real Dragon Ball. The blast was strong enough to kill 3 and left the other 4 divers in critical condition. And there's a new massive ocean that was found 400 miles below the Earth's crust.
If human beings keep going, we definitely will create a simulation. It's just a matter of time. So if that's the case, how do we know that we're not in one already? And we really don't. Every day we go to sleep, and every day we wake up, and we assume and we have faith that all that stuff that we remember is really how life went on before we were awake. But we really don't know. According to probability theory, it's more likely that we're in a simulation.
Maybe that's true.
You're assuming that all of the stuff that you know and all the stuff that you experience is 100% real. We are within 100 years away from making something that's indiscernible from what we experience every day. And that's inevitable. Unless we get disrupted by nature, unless we get hit with an asteroid or start a nuclear war, it's inevitable that technology reaches a point where simulation's possible.
Midnight Murmurs posted this apparition caught in a waiting room. You could only see it on the security camera. Chip Jocelyn caught this apparition from a game cam on his parents' ranch in Texas. He found out after the fact that this was the location of the old home place on the property. During a funeral, the family noticed the woman's eyes open and then closed on their own inside the sealed casket.
This is one of the most terrifying clips I've ever seen. I wish I could go back to a time in my life where I did not watch this. Like, this is how terrifying this is. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight because that was just really disturbing. But you know, I mean, you did click on this video expecting scary videos, so I mean, fair enough. But no, thank you. Imagine you are at a funeral and you see somebody open their eyes. No, like, no, I'm going home. Like, no, thank you. That is literally the scariest thing ever. Like, that's one of my biggest fears. Yeah, I don't know. I guess sleep tight.
These are 15 of the craziest conspiracy theories ever shared on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, beginning with episode 1954, where Joe Rogan shares his theory on the afterlife.
The theory that many people have is that death opens up a chemical gateway in the mind. And that chemical gateway takes whatever the soul is, whatever consciousness is, and transports it into this new realm. I mean, I get that you would want to come up with something like that just because you wanted to have some sort of a reason to keep going. With a rational mind, when you're dealing with this existential angst of a temporary existence.
The craziest coincidences in American history lie between Abraham Lincoln and JFK. It's almost like they were predetermined to live the exact same lives. It starts with they were both elected to Congress in 1846 and 1946, and then both elected as president in a year that ends with 1860, 1960. They were both, unfortunately, assassinated by being shot in the back of the head on a Friday while sitting right next to their wives. John Wilkes Booth shot Lincoln in a theater and then went to hide in a warehouse, while Lee Harvey Oswald shot JFK in a warehouse and then went to hide in a theater. Lincoln's secretary, whose last name was Kennedy, advised him not to go to the theater that day, and JFK's secretary with the name Lincoln advised him not to go to Dallas that day. The number 7 also has a big role in it because both of their names have 7 letters. JFK was in the 7th car. Abraham Lincoln was in the 7th booth. Both their assassins' names are known by 3 words and 15 letters. And both police officers who detained their assassins have the last name Baker. I'm gonna say the craziest coincidence, but before I do, make sure you follow so you find and know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and requests you want to see next. The craziest part is that both of their presidencies will be remembered for their work in civil rights and wanting to make change in that area, and then both of their successors had the last name of Johnson.
What's more disturbing about these pictures than the actual pictures is the fact that we'll never know what's actually going on in them, and we just kind of have to sit here and create our own conspiracies and just kind of like not really know what's going on. And I feel like that is the worst part about it, because I feel like when we know things, it gives us more clarity and, you know, helps us kind of understand things better. But like with this, there's no explanation. We just kind of have to go with what we think and what we know, and the fact that these things may possibly be out there is a very terrifying thing.
She was inspecting a wreck where a couple and their dog passed away when she sees this. A woman who works at a junkyard in Oregon named Cambry uploads videos regarding wrecked vehicles and the story behind them. One day, the junkyard receives a wrecked red Mazda where a tragic drunk driving accident took the lives of 2 individuals and their puppy. As Cambry pans the camera across the inside of the car, she sees this.
This crash with a dog. You can see that? Go back.
For just a moment, the faint silhouette of something can be seen moving towards the passenger's side. Whatever this is seems to reflect a pair of glowing eyes as it suddenly vanishes.
It's going to be in the passenger floorboard at 22 seconds. You need to pause and hold. I'd say about 50% of people are seeing it, 50% of people are not.
Given the recency of the vehicle's tragic event, Cambry uploaded the video explaining that she believes she might have captured the spirit of the pup who lost its life in the wreck.
Honestly, this one is more believable because there is a story tied to this incident in this video, so it would make sense that something like this does happen. And especially because like it wasn't a very blatant thing. Like usually the videos that make it appear to be like a very visual spirit, you know, they tend to be fake and edited, but this one was a very subtle detail that you kind of had to pay attention to notice, which makes it more believable that it's real. So, you know, rest in peace to these people. You know, hopefully they're doing okay. But, you know, this is a very tragic story and very sad story. So seeing that was very kind of eerie and creepy. And, you know, I really don't know what to think. It's all up to you guys and what you guys think. Let me know in the comments.
Goal is to be famous. Then you're going to do a lot to get there, like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil.
I kind of sang about, you know, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil. Well, needless to say, sold my soul.
Record while the bus is moving, or does it have to come to a stop?
Yeah, well, sometimes they don't want to, and they're, you know, Gaga, we can't get, you know, the frequency's weird, and, you know, it's sounding a little bit strange, and I'm like, if you don't get this right now, I swear, Lucifer, I'm gonna, you know, I get a little bit mad.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. We should came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
Why is your hand over your eye?
Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about? All right, well, I have tickets to see the devil worshiper.
Roman is a crazy boy.
It's crazy how the people out here in the world that we're supposed to idolize and look up to and that are being pushed to millions of people tend to be the most evil people and have a lot of demons. You know, obviously some of them, it's not their fault. They were brought into this life from a young age, but I mean, there's a lot of them, it's really inexcusable. With money and fame, there comes a lot of bad stuff, but you need to really like not sell out and not give into any of that. So obviously there's a lot of negativity and temptation out there, but y'all really need to stay away from that stuff because these people are sick and you don't want to become like them. So, you know, and also be careful to who you're paying attention to and who you're supporting because, you know, obviously you can't be feeding into that dark stuff because these people are up to no good, and the more you give them power, the more they're going to continue doing that stuff. Y'all just got to put an end to this.
We already knew coming into tonight's Grammy show that it was finna be some wicked. Lady Gaga with her music video, Abracadabra, where on one scene,
she's brandishing a cross in all white, and then another scene, she got on all red. I don't know what that means, but that shit looked demonic as fuck. And I already knew about Alicia Keys, but she the one that popped off the symbolism, as y'all can see by her hand, y'all. And watch this video. Watch what she say before she does that signal.
Tonight is a beautiful, powerful thing that we are cultivating. So, collective, to everyone who has ever been touched by the music and the message, Clive Davis, Anna and AKW, Dez and my brother Jay-Z, Team Rock, Adam Blackstone, Hell's Kitchen, the Most High.
She said to Hell's Kitchen and then to the Most High, and she throws up that. Can't make this up, y'all. Y'all let me know down.
This next video was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewers Tuva and Sunniva from Norway. So Tuva says that she and her family moved into a new apartment in May of last year. And before this, they had never experienced anything paranormal. In fact, Tuva says that she and her sister Sunniva are very much skeptics. Or at least they were. Until this happened.
Ok, house tour. Så her er rommet mitt. Der står jeg, der står Tuva. Ut her er stua. Og det her...
Did you see it? As Sunniva is recording a video house tour for a friend, there is something black and weird just standing in front of the apartment door. The figure is so shadowy that it blends right into the darkness, but Sunniva says that she could easily see it with her naked eye. Sunniva lets out a frightened gasp and jerks her phone back so hard that it hits her other hand and knocks out the microphone. Now when the video is brightened a lot, you can see that whatever this is actually blocks out the light from the peephole in the door. Sister Tuva says that a woman who was a former tenant passed away in the apartment. So could this be her presence still occupying their home? You decide.
Honestly, lately there has been a lot of new sightings of weird stuff going on in the sky, so this is honestly not too far from believable. After what we've seen in New Jersey going on with the whole UFOs and drones and stuff, you know, it's clear that technology has advanced further than we know, and you know, it has not been told to us. So I would not be surprised if something like this was real. Is there a chance to edit? Yes, but I don't even know what to think anymore. I've seen some very unexplainable stuff, and I bet you guys have too, because you guys love watching these type of videos. So, you know, it's really good to keep an open mind. Obviously, don't believe everything that's out there, but you know, be very critical and believe things when they need to be believed and push things away when they need to be pushed away. But you know, it's crazy to think what's going on in the world, and it's only going to keep getting weirder. So y'all be ready for it.
This is why you should avoid this bench when you are in the Philippines. Mary Chua, or Mary Chua, was a second-year student at a renowned all-girls school in Quezon City, Metro Manila, when tragedy struck her in 1972. Some people believe that she studied at St. Mary's College, but where she studied precisely is still up for debate. What we do know about Mary is that she was a remarkable student, kind, intelligent, and popular in her school. She was a beautiful young girl with long shimmering black hair, creamy white skin, and enchanting chinky black eyes. Mary Chua's life was cruelly cut short when she was violated by a janitor at her school, who also took her life using Mary's school necktie to suffocate her. Now the most chilling part of the tale isn't about Mary's past, but rather what supposedly happens in the present. Legend tells us of a particular bench situated in the same place where Mary met her tragic end. This isn't any ordinary bench though. It's said to be inhabited by Mary herself. According to the whispers and rumors passed down over the years, anyone brave, or perhaps foolish enough to sit on this bench, might find themselves stepping into Mary's shoes, experiencing her pain and struggle from that fateful day. Some even claim it's not a bench, but a drinking fountain nearby, which at times spews not water but blood.
Stories like this are very sad and sickening because obviously this person went through a lot of trauma and a lot of dark times. It seems that their spirit is still suffering, and that's why it's attached to this certain location. And, you know, it's kind of sad because it's getting pushed onto other people that go there. I don't know if this story is real or not, but I would not be surprised if there is something real like this or similar. There's a lot of dark cases out there in the world. You know, humans have been around for a long, long time, and a lot of people have suffered and endured very tragic moments. So it would not shock me if this was real in some case, or there was a different case that was really real like this. So, you know, y'all just be safe out there and be careful where you're wandering around. You never know the energy that is attached to where you are. So y'all be careful, man.
A man was exploring an abandoned building when he finds out he's not alone. Urban Explorer Dark Places is a channel dedicated to showcasing the dangers in urban exploration, like still water and black mold. But on one particular video, the man's exploring an abandoned butchery, and everything seemed like a normal exploration. That is until he ventures deeper into the facility. The man begins to hear sounds coming from the basement, and begins to follow the source. At the very end, he finds this room lit with a red light, and as he sees what's inside, he makes a terrifying discovery. A person dressed in a cloak is seen, forming some kind of ritual.
I think we've seen this clip before, but again, this is a reminder. If you do go into any buildings, be careful because you never know what is in there. You know, there's just a lot of weird stuff in there. There could be, you know, someone sleeping in there. There could be someone on drugs in there. There could be, you know, anything. There could literally be anything. So this guy's clearly doing a ritual, and that's not something you want to be around. Even just being around it, there's very dark energy in the air, and you don't know what you could bring with you. So, you know, just make sure you either go with someone or just be very cautious and have something to protect yourself, because these places are very dangerous. And, you know, obviously the thrill is cool. You want to find some random stuff, some cool stuff, experience something. But, you know, it also could bring some really bad stuff upon you. So be careful out there.
Wait, what did she just say? Because this is hands down one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. And Oprah said it live on TV. And yet no one else is talking about this video. And honestly, I'm not supposed to show you guys this. But if you could stomach it, I'll show you. Now, to give you guys some backstory. In case you guys don't know who this is Oprah Winfrey. Literally one of the biggest talk show hosts in the world, and has created her brand around this ability to ask thought-provoking questions to her guests. Questions that no one else would ask, but yet everybody was thinking. And that's how she grew popular and accumulating over $3 billion because of this skill. But because we were caught up in the accolades, failed to realize what truly goes on behind the scenes. Countless people have come out and speculated that Oprah really behind the scenes is cruel and just evil. And people will even go to the extent saying that Oprah works for the Illuminati. Sometimes it's obvious because of the things that she says.
I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened. You will be in it and you won't even know it's happened. And if the abuser is any good, he or she is going to make you feel like you're a part of it. I mean, and nothing is more being a part of it than what we discussed earlier.
Watch very carefully, because no one can explain what happened to Cardi B.
Yes, be involved. Y'all want to be involved so bad, but nobody asked me about them gift. What's good?
Look at the other host.
Because I'm going to be honest with you. Take the gift cards.
Now notice how he claps 3 times and then it's as if nothing ever happened.
Take the gift cards, take the gift cards, take the gift cards.
Yeah, because they might put, what's that thing that was going around in the...
The internet had a lot of questions to ask when this clip was first released.
He didn't move, blink, or nothing.
Notice how the presenter suddenly changes when she says, Holy Ghost.
Yes, like they say in Catholic school, leave room for the Holy Ghost. Anyway, there is a lot of memories today, actually. It's a big day in music history.
The king of rock and roll, and as Mark Cohn says in his great song, Walking in Memphis, there's a pretty little thing waiting for the...
As you can see, not everything is as it seems.
Perfecto, Marian. Vamos muy atentos entonces a las novedades. Marian. Marian.
But here is the big question. What do you think is the reason for all of these celebrities freezing on live TV? I don't have an answer, and that's why I'm asking you.
Whoa. That was weird. What? I just saw something run across the screen.
During the filming of The Shining, two entities appeared in a closed set photo. To the left of Nicholson's head in the background, you can see the two ghosts seemingly hanging out by the bar on set. Turkle said he's 100% positive that those people were not on the set when the photo was taken. The ghost standing with glowing-looking eyes and the entity sitting that appears to have black holes for eyes were not seen when photo was taken.
I'm not sure how real this is. I don't really ever think I even watched this, but you know, this could just be promotion for the movie. You never really know. Chances that this may actually be real is kind of terrifying because, you know, like imagine there's someone in your picture that you've never seen before and they're just there. Like, I don't know. There's no explaining that. You know, just keep your mind open because their stuff is just getting darker and scarier. So make sure y'all stay blessed and safe.
During a paranormal investigation in a forest, a man catches a scary entity watching him from behind a tree. Brainroti 420 caught this half-body apparition of a priest who passed away in the cemetery. The photo was taken at the Hankey Church Cemetery in Plum, Pennsylvania. Automatic Relief 465 caught this apparition in a photo from their haunted home. Genuine Intrigue security camera caught this apparition walking across his backyard during a rainstorm.
This is on the horror film. This is in my house.
The weirdest thing.
Keep driving.
Is it a drone? What?
Can you keep driving? It looks like an alien.
I have no idea what that is, but that is literally one of the most terrifying things ever. That looks like a jellyfish floating, and there's no telling what it is because you really can't get up close to it. You can only see it from down below. But the government's got some explaining to do because this stuff is just becoming more and more normal, and we're not getting any explanations. They're saying, oh, it may be aliens, maybe drones. Like, there's no maybe. You guys know what it is, and I think it's time to let everybody know because, you know, it's very unsettling not knowing what's going on around you. So we gotta wake up and get this stuff getting out there. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video made you tremble in your boots, and we're gonna be on to the next one.